What is going on, Toronto Raptor fans? We just pasted the Pacers 122 to 111, right? 122, 111. And I love when even the double two and the double one, too bad it wasn't 222 to 111, but hey, obviously that would be a world record setting basketball game. But wow, what a phenomenal game. This team's in a rebuild and they're looking like they can win games. They're looking like they're starting to have confidence. I'm buying into Darko even. Like I'm seeing improvements. Jack Armstrong actually on the broadcast made an interesting point saying you can tell when you have a decent coach because you're looking at progress of the players, but it's noticeable. It's noticeable to the point where not to quickly jump into Boucher, but man, I'm a Boucher lover. They're talking he might get traded to the Knicks. Let me know in the comments if you think that would work in the Knicks' favor, or would you be upset to lose him? I mean, I don't know. Boucher is sort of a weird bubble kind of aged guy, right? Like to keep him around. It'd be nice to have maybe a vet that's influential, and if he keeps playing better, someone that tall that can come in and drain the three and space the floor and still take it to the hole. But he made the extra pass to Shed, I think it was, and Shed drained the three. It was so typical of a Boucher swing to the weak side, and normally he's jacking it. He even had enough room. I think the defender wasn't quite on him, but man, he suddenly it was like Darko, maybe Darko. It was right in front of the Raptors bench, so possibly Darko said. So I get the Shed. I don't know. I didn't see that, but man, you could see Boucher he just suddenly was like, yeah. And man, he was open and drained it. That's the kind of beautiful play, unselfishness. Where were we clinching? It was the Miami game. I think that man, too much ISO. Scottie started going crazy. Now in this game, he did it and was able to hit him. So you know, I think sometimes you need some ISO ball just because it's going to come down to look. We need our guy to get a bucket, but I truly believe that that's Raptors kryptonite and that it ends up, spiraling us down. We're the best when we're running, we're moving the ball, we're kicking it around, everybody gets a touch, and then you find the open man. But yeah, wow. Scottie Barnes obviously earning his contract with his career high 35. I'm surprised that's his career high though. Like it's funny that he hasn't gone off ever for like a 40 or something because he seems to have the skills. Does need to work on his threes. I don't know what was he 3 for 7 today. Darko's giving him the green light to take more threes, although he was 2 of 12, I think, in that same Miami loss. So, rein it in, make good decisions. There's a little bit of a weird thing that goes on sometimes. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but I'm just excited to get this victory. We, you know, it feels so bad for the Pacers because I'm a Pascal fan. Um, as I would imagine a lot of us are. Maybe you guys were able to just chop it off. I tried to, but I kind of thought with the Raptors, in a rebuilding, it would be nice to see the Pacers maybe do something with and prove that Pascal really could be a number one kind of guy. I mean, I know Halliburton's technically the number one, but um, anyway, to see him come in to our house and lose was certainly a nice thing. Yeah, but I mean, some other positives. Scotty, as we said, 35, uh, 3 of 7 from three. Pretty solid. 13 of 20. So relatively efficient from the floor also. But man, and a plus 18. Jakob Poeltl. This guy, again, another question mark. Do we trade Jakob Poeltl? What do you guys think? Should we get rid of him? Should we keep him down the stretch? Like, is he another guy that is going to grow with the team? I don't think that his game is going to suffer necessarily much into his 30s. Like, obviously as he gets to 35, 36, sure, that's a little long in the tooth. But isn't he 29 right now? You got Scottie Barnes is 20, what, four or is he 25? I saw him in the top under 25 players, but obviously that means he could be 25. So, but the timeline, my point is, if Scotty's in his prime at 27, 28, Jakob's only going to be 32, 33. I don't know. I think we keep this guy around because they seem to be developing a good relationship as well. Yeah, 7 of 10. He hit all 3 of his free throws. Unbelievable. Still a little bit of a weakness. We had some misses, like RJ missed a couple down the stretch. Even Scotty missed a couple of free throws as well today. And a bunch of guys were one of two, like Davian Mitchell only hit one of his two. Mogbo only hit one of his two. And same with Boucher. But talk about Pirtle too, just a couple other little beautiful moments in the game today. There was a play where like this is why I'm starting to buy into that I'm seeing progress from Darko. You can see true plays being run properly with movement. There's not just some stagnant dunker spot guy standing there, somebody sitting over on the weak side or even on the strong side in the corner, just trying to space the floor and keep their defender, on them. Jakob's at the top of the like where the 3 point line is. They run a play where Agbaji sort of, I think there was like a fake handoff. I'm not totally remembering, but I think there was like a fake handoff to Agbaji. He goes around and cuts sort of to the right to take his defender off to the, if you're looking at the bucket, to the right side of the bucket, if you're Jakob Pertl, to the right. But somehow they have RJ, who it's timed perfectly. He comes cutting across to the left just as Agbaji and his defender are out of the way. He's right there, open. Turner, was close and almost got him, but man, he just, RJ going to the left. Maybe that's an advantage of his being left-handed. People aren't expecting that cut as often, but it was executed with splendor. There was a give and go sequence too with Scotty, a couple of them actually. Um, One where Scottie Barnes did a really odd thing. Like there was one where they got a really nice switch and then he just took him to the hole. But another one where Jakob, he like called him over and then sort of weirdly like followed him. They got the defensive switch, but then they were both defenders were kind of still there and backing up with Pirtle and Barnes. And Barnes just did like you could see his eyes just go, I can see he's a big dude too. Step. He was up and off the glass and put it in. It was amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Um, yeah, Agbaji had an amazing stuff and his defense. I mean, the overall Raptors defense just in the first quarter was ridiculous. The entire first half was amazing, but first quarter was crazy. They totally caught them, off guard. I'm sure people are going, "What the? This is the Raptors." I thought they were, last and sucking, even though we're not last. But you know what I mean? A rebuild, and you get word around the league that we're tanking. We're going after Cooper Flag. But that doesn't seem to be the case. But yeah, the defense was great. Third quarter was horrible, and that's when they were able to catch up. But we luckily managed it in the fourth, and that's the other nice thing. As a Raptor fan, we're all watching and waiting for it to just slip away, gritting our teeth and I'm chewing up all, but I don't have any fingernails as a Raptor fan because I can't. But they held on. They held on. I'm watching the clock. I'm going, oh crap! It got even down to two. I don't think Indiana ever actually took the lead, but it got down to two with just a few minutes left, 3.5 or so, and oh my gosh, it's like nerve-wracking. Scottie Barnes has to go out as well because he's exhausted, and they pull Pearl even because of his foul trouble, and you're like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. But then that was a little bit before the 3.5 minute mark. But my point is that, you're seeing all that happen, the lead slipping away, things are starting to go momentum wise into Indiana's favor. The Halliburton suddenly starts hitting three and like shots. He's got 30. It's like, oh Christ. But then suddenly there's 2 minutes left and we're still up by 8. It's going down to 3, it's going up to 5 to 10, 15, even at one point, I think even a little bit late there. But yeah, man, then it's down to 1 minute. We're still up by 8. Sweet. And then we pull away and end up winning by 11. So double-digit victory. Beautiful thing to see. A couple other little quick comments. Oh, man. Sorry, just reading my note here. Pascal, yeah, there was a drive by Scottie Barnes too against Pascal where he drove. He muffled Spicy P. But then he went up like let me just picture how it was. He's coming. He's if you're looking at the basket, he's sort of slightly to the right, and it's funny. Pascal comes over, and you think that he's got the length, but man, Scotty Barnes is just so thick that he leans and pushes into him. The help comes. I don't know who the heck was the help? It was that 00 guy. What the hell is his name, man? I am the worst with names. I know I've said that 100 times on here, but like it really is bad. Benedict Mathurin. And actually, here's a little problem. So I'm watching the game and I'm wondering why do they have Tyrese Halliburton as number 0 and this other dude is 0-0? Doesn't that cause a problem? Because they're both technically 0. And even right here, where their numbers are beside their names in the box score, yeah, they both have number 0 beside them because there's probably no ability for them to put a 0-0. Anyway, so but Matherin, he comes over to help, but Scottie goes up and he's going up with his right, and Matherin kind of comes from this side. So somehow at the last second, he switches hands to his left and puts it in. Just a power move by Mr. Barnes. Yeah, phenomenal to see. So I mean, again, I don't want to just sit here and be a stat guy. I'm more wanting to bask in the glory of a Raptors victory with the other Raptor fans. So I appreciate you guys coming, watching the video. Please subscribe, like, just share it with a friend on social media or just post it on your X, so we can try and drown out some of the Trump noise in there about Canada becoming the 51st state. It's not going to happen as long as I'm alive. Um, but yeah, wow, what a game. Raptors, man. We got momentum. We've won the last 3 or 4 games here. I don't know what's going on. It's out of control. We got Scottie Barnes hitting career high 35. We got RJ Barrett becoming my favorite Raptor with 29. We got the bench. Actually, I want to make one little. I try not to be negative, especially on a victory, but I have one little comment that I'm noticing, and I hope it doesn't become a thing. Mogbo and Barnes are supposedly buddies. There were a few times that passes went to Mogbo when I'm not sure they should have. And we've got this guy Battle getting minutes. He only had 2 shots in the game, and one of them was forced. I think he felt like he didn't have any shots, so we had to jack something up. But man, let's get this guy more touches from three. Let's just take a quick look. Like Boucher 1 of 4. Let's give Battle one of Boucher's looks, and let's give Battle one of Davian Mitchell's looks. Now, Jamal Shed hit 2 of his threes. Oh, and let's give Battle all of Mogbo's 3-point attempts. And that was another one. Yeah, one of those threes was Scottie kicking it out to him. Yes, he was open, but come on. Mogbo, is this guy a 3-pointer? I mean, I was bashing Mogbo at the beginning of the season, thinking I don't know what all the hype is about this dude. I can see the energy. I obviously noticed the rebounding, and he's actually half decent at passing. I don't know how many assists he got, but yeah, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. Oh, and actually hit a couple of nice steals too, where he's on his defender and he's batting it between the guy's legs and causing it to come free. And we're scoring in transition on a turnover. Awesome. But let's not get carried away, is my point. Mogbo, know your role. You don't need to be draining threes. And I don't know where all the minutes are going to come from because I still want to harp one more time. No RJ, sorry, no Emmanuel quickly, no Bruce Brown, which if he really has both legs now coming off surgery, I need to see it to believe it. But no Olynyk, and Olynyk is a better Mogbo, I think, anyway, because at least he's got some scoring touch, and I think he's a better passer. He's got more experience, so that's an upgrade. And there's somebody else. Oh, Grady frickin' Dick! Like, what the hell, man? So again, Agbaji gets pushed back and Jacoby Walter get pushed back to the second unit. It's going to be a ridiculous team with Barnes, Pirtle, Barrett, Dick, and assuming Brown doesn't take the starting role from Dick, and quickly. And then, I don't know who's going to get shrunk out of this. Like Shed's probably going to be pushed back. Does Davian Mitchell, I would imagine, doesn't completely because Scottie and quickly have to rest sometime. Maybe they just keep one of those two out there to be the point guard, but I'm guessing Davian's going to get some minutes. Mogbo's minutes have to dry up because Boucher, I think, deserves to stick around with an Olynyk, second unit of Boucher, Olynyk, Brown, Agbaji, Boucher, Olynyk, Brown, Agbaji, and I guess Davian Mitchell. Yeah. Um, so, and then maybe a few sightings of Battle in special moments for threes, a few sightings of Shed, maybe somebody's exhausted. Keep those guys for injuries. Anyway, now I'm rambling. All right. Thank you very much for watching this video. Let's go, Raptors fans. We got to unite and get this momentum going. Keep it going. I don't know. I'm gonna dig out actually my list maybe next time. I've got my list of where I thought the players, the teams in the NBA were gonna end up, and man, there were just a couple that I was gonna comment about the Pacers. I had them at 4. That's why I was thinking about this earlier. Obviously off. I mean, man, though, was I right about Cleveland? Yes. Was I right about the 76ers? Yes. In fact, I gave them too much credit, even though, oh my gosh, I wanted to hate on them and have them not even make the playoffs. And now they're actually not making the playoffs. All right, I'm shutting up. I'm getting out of here. Peace. Oh, I've forgotten too. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast has been controversial, so I haven't been saying Mr. Beast for president. It's actually that I sort of forgot. But Mr. Beast for president instead of this the orange pumpkin man that wants to take over my country north of the border, being in power, and like and subscribe and watch some of the other videos and all that sort of stuff. And we're gonna get more creative on here. Back at it like we used to. Thanks for watching. Check you later.